So okay, this is part, I think the first one, part 1. So he gave us an address of 192.168.1.0, and we need to split that into, we need to take this one IP address and put 8 networks. Excuse me, sorry. 8 networks. So remember these are all network hosts, network bits I should say. Sorry, these are all network bits from here to here. So by default we can accommodate up to 256 hosts because of this class C address. For different classes you can just, it's different, but this is what we're working with right now. So we know we can accommodate up to 256 hosts, but we need 8 networks. It doesn't specify how many hosts per network, so we can divide that 256 by 8. So 256 divided by 8. So this is the host, and this is the networks needed. Networks needed. So in turn, all that comes down to 32. So what this basically says now, we can accommodate, we can split the number of hosts over 8 networks at 32 hosts per network. So host per network. So now the hard part. So the first network would have been basically this network. So we would have sub networks. Okay, forgive my handwriting. I'm writing terrible. But sub networks. So the first one would be 192.168.1.0, and the host you can accommodate on it. Remember, for each network, host addresses. Remember, for each network, the total number of hosts you have, subtract 2, because 2 addresses are not assignable. So you can have since this one's 0, this network starts on 0. So the first assignable address you have is the 1 address. So the first IP address for any computer network would be 192. On this network would be 192.168.1.1, all the way up to 192.168.1.30. Because we're not using the 0 address, and we're gonna save, and we're not gonna use the broadcast address. So that's not how you spell that. Broadcast. So the broadcast address would be 192.168.1.31. Reason is not 32 because that's what each chunk of the network would split into. So the next IP address would be 192.168.1.32. So see, the next IP address starts at 32. From 0 to 32 is 32 addresses. So we're only going to assign 30, and see 2 of them are not assignable. So yeah, 2 of them are not assignable. So in total we have 32 addresses right here. So the next IP address that we can use for a different network starts from 32. So this one, the host will start from this next available address, which is 33, all the way up to one short the next available address. So let's do the addresses right here, because we're gonna jump every 32. So 32 and 32, that's 64. So that means 1 less than 64 would be this one's IP address would be 63. So 1 less than this would be 62. So from here to here you have 30 IP addresses assignable, and you have the broadcast, and you have the next one that's not assignable. Same thing for this. Next available address would be 65 minus, minus 65 all the way up to be honest with you, I don't know it in my head, so let's do it this way again. 192.168 dot, that one can come next, so 64 plus 32 will give you, this is 192.168 dot 164 plus 90, 64 plus 32, 96. I hope I'm right. So okay, so 1 less than 96 would be 95, would be this broadcast address, and 1 less than 95 would be 94, would be this at the end of this IP address range. So same thing, 1 more than 96 would be 97, it starts at 97, and the broadcast address 192.168 dot, oh shoot, I forgot the dot 1 right here, dot 1 dot, the same process. 192.168.1, 96 plus 32 is 128, so 128 less minus 1 is 127, with this broadcast address of 126 would be this IP address range. 1 more than 128 is 129 all the way up to the broadcast address 68.1 dot, 192.168.1, 128 plus 32, 160 I believe. So 1 less than 160 is 159, would be this broadcast address, of 158 would be this IP address's total range. And let me just finish it up. So the next available IP would be 1 more than 160 is 161, all the way to 192.168.1 dot, the next available IP address would be 192.168.1, 32 plus 160, I believe, 3 and 3, that's 9, 192, yeah, 192. So 1 less than 192 will give you 191 for this broadcast address, and 1 less than the broadcast address would be 19. If you can write 9 properly, 190 will be this total IP range. So if you check it, each of these has 30 hosts you can accommodate, and 2 addresses not assignable. The same thing continues. So 1 more than 192, that 192, 168.1 dot, skip that, 192.168.1 dot, 92 plus 32, that's 10, that's 20 plus, okay, 224, so 1 less than 224 would be 223, 1 less than 223 would be 222. So again, 1 plus this would be 2, the first host would be 225, all the way up to, okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, we made it to 8, okay, so 25 plus, okay, so 25 plus 30, that's, I'm not too sure of I want to say 254, 192.168, check me on this one, but I believe I'm correct, and the next available, the broadcast address I mean would be 255, so there you go. These are all the 8 networks you needed, with 30 hosts per network, the broadcast address, and the network address. So, yeah.